and welcome to the video about our 5th destination in our no-fly journey around the Netherlands and Germany, and this time we're on our way to Berlin. If you'd like to catch up on previous stops or see an overview of our Interrailing route, I'll pop a link in the description to the Interrailing Diaries playlist. We were travelling using Interrail passes. We left Hamburg around 10 o'clock in the morning on the Sunday, and it was exactly 1 week since we'd left England by ferry. The journey took just under 3 hours with no changes, and once we arrived, our first stop was going to be the hotel. From the main station, we travelled using the U-Bahn, which is Berlin's underground train network, and this counted towards one of our travel days. It was covered by our Interrail pass because we'd chosen passes that covered 5 travel days in total. So our hotel was really conveniently located. It was close to 2 stops, which was perfect, and it only took a few minutes to walk from either of the stops. Our first impressions were really good. We loved the design of the space. There was a communal area that looked like it might be where breakfast was served, and there was also a really lovely courtyard area outside with a table tennis and trees and a little cafe next door. We checked in and we took the lift up to our floor. But when we got to our room, we couldn't actually work out how to open the door, and we tried for quite a while before then heading back downstairs to reception to ask for help. And it turned out we just needed to turn the handle a little bit further. But we hadn't wanted to do that because we didn't want to break it. Anyway, once we knew how to open the door, it was fine. We could open the door from that point onwards. We were really surprised when we got inside because we hadn't realised that we'd booked what turned out to be pretty much a full apartment. There was a table and chairs, and there was even a little kitchen with a microwave, hobs and a dishwasher. After settling in and exploring the hotel a little bit, we decided to go out for tea. The area around the hotel looked like it was undergoing a lot of development, so we wondered if our hotel was quite new. We headed to one of the stations nearby and we popped our route into the Rail Planner app because it was still covered by the pass with it being the same day, and we headed to the area called Friedrichshain. We really loved this area. It was late on a Sunday afternoon and it was still really busy. We had a look around the market, which covered a huge area. We loved how the trees were lining the streets, and there were loads of places to eat, including lots of options where we could sit outside and enjoy the evening sunshine. We picked a vegan Vietnamese restaurant and we sat outside to really embrace the atmosphere. To order, we wrote down what we wanted on a little slip of paper, which was such a good idea because we were ordering lots of little dishes, so it helped us remember what we were ordering. We chose the peanut butter magic stick, which was tofu covered in breadcrumbs, and we also chose this one, which was a mushroom dish, and Princess and the Pea. We chose the dragon roll, and we also opted for some noodles. And then we had a little look at the drinks, and I chose the 1990 lychee lemonade. It was really tasty. This was one of our favourite evenings from the whole trip. The atmosphere was just brilliant and the food was absolutely delicious. After we'd eaten, we continued walking and we passed by some more market stalls which were just starting to close up for the day. Behind them we found a little park full of flowers and lots of people sitting and enjoying the evening, and we stayed there for a little while. Next we went to the East Side Gallery, which once was the Berlin Wall, and according to Visit Berlin, it's now the longest open air art gallery in the world. So the section that we saw is now covered in murals and street art, and on the other side there's a river. We followed the path, looking at all of the artwork. After this, we reached a spot near the U-Bahn arena. We think there was a gig on that night because there was a huge queue of people waiting to go in. But it was a lovely spot for sitting and looking at the scenery. There's a lovely river and it was a really busy area. After that, we headed back to the hotel. Just look at the beautiful sunset in the distance. The next morning, we bought U-Bahn tickets from the machine at the station and we headed out to explore another area of the city. When you buy these tickets, you must make sure that you validate them using a little machine on the platform. We were planning on heading to the Kreuzberg area. I do hope that I'm pronouncing everything correctly, but please do let me know in the comments if I'm not. But we're not sure if we reached the correct area because we got a little bit lost. If you've been to Berlin, please let us know if you visited this area and whether we found the right place or not. We had a lovely walk around and once again we were really impressed with all of the trees that were on the streets and how you could just turn a corner and suddenly there'd be a lovely little park. After quite a long walk, we decided to go and try and find somewhere to eat for lunch, and we came across a lovely little market. However, it was mostly fresh fruit and vegetables and things to take home to cook, so we decided to keep walking to see what else we could find. On a really quiet street next to this park, we came across a little pizza restaurant and it was amazing. We sat outside opposite the park and we had the loveliest lunch. If you're ever in Berlin, I would really recommend coming to this little restaurant. My pizza had courgette and aubergines and peppers. It was so tasty. We then went to visit Checkpoint Charlie, which is a well-known landmark in Berlin, where border crossings used to happen between East and West Berlin. Across the road there was lots of information and history about the Berlin Wall and all of this area, so we spent lots of time there reading and learning more. We then visited the Brandenburg Gate, and after that we did go and visit some other historically significant areas, but we didn't film there because we just wanted to take a quiet moment in each place to reflect. In the evening we returned to the hotel and we had a wander around the area around it. There was a really peaceful space with lots of water and greenery, and it was a lovely place for a quiet walk. We enjoyed the evening sun. It looked like there were some water activities that you could do, and it was just a lovely spot where there were lots of people out walking and riding bikes. A really relaxing area. In the evening we made use of our little kitchen and cooked our tea, and we spent some time having a look at the plan for the next day. We were going to be travelling to Münster and we were going via Hannover. After 2 nights in Berlin, it was time in the morning to pack up and move on to our next destination. As always, I'm planning to make some miniatures to go in my doll's house that are inspired by each place that we visit. So if you've got any ideas for what I could make to represent Berlin, I would love to hear them. Please do feel free to leave your ideas in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please do remember to subscribe and check out the playlist if you've not seen the previous videos. I will be adding our next stop to the playlist when I've finished editing it. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time. Bye!